At the beginning, when we open Camtasia, we see a lot of tools, a lot of menus, buttons, the timeline, a lot of things that we don't know what it is. The best thing is to go step by step. For me, when we begin with a new software, the best thing is to see every module one by one to see how they are structured, so to lay a foundation to go deep into Camtasia. For me, the most important thing is to begin on top, where we find the main menu, the tool menus, and it is called menu because it is a menu. These are words that show different menus. Here we have file, we have edit, we have modify, view. All these menus, we're going to take a look at it and the most important things from them. In here we can distinguish the main menu. Every tool is organized, and access, we have access for every module, so we have to go deeper in these menus. Understanding how these menus work, how this module works, is very important. Here we see this label, Camtasia is the trademark. Untitled project is the name of the project that is not saved. So I have created a new project, is not saved, and that's why is untitled project. So this project is open, but it doesn't have a title. It is not saved. It shows us in what project we are. It's very important to see the title of the project. If we are working with different projects or different versions of the same project, we can know where we are just taking a look at the top. On the right, we have the account. We can maximize, minimize. Okay, we can see that if we are logged in or not. This brings us to the online website. So we have a menu bar where we have on the left the main menu with all the tools from Camtasia, the name of the program, and tools to manage our account, to maximize and minimize the window. Now we have a small window that is separated by green lines, and we have some tools in here, and they are the ones that we're going to use the most. Here we can begin recording our screen. We begin our recorder application. It's a small application that allows us to record the screen, and automatically when we finish, all the content is put in here on the timeline. So with this button we can start the recorder. Then we have some other tools that we have here. A very quick access to work with the canvas is this area here that you see. Is where we are going to see all the media and all the contents that we're going to bring in onto the timeline. We're gonna visualize them in here. We have some tools here to have a quick access on the canvas. These are with respect to selection tools, a visualization tool. We can modify the percentage of the canvas. If at any time you lose your canvas, you can go here and click fit, and automatically it is adjusted to the dimension of the canvas. Here we can have this icon to download new resources, and it brings us to TechSmith store. There are resources that we can download and we can use them. Some of them are free, some of them are paid. And we have this button here that is share. We can export quickly our production, everything that we're producing, we can export it from here. All these tools are available in the main menu also. All these small tools that we have seen are available in there. Camtasia is very smart and give us a quick access to this tool from these icons. We can also take a look here, some different parts of Camtasia. For example, the main part is this toolbar to the left, a vertical toolbar. We can have one horizontal one, and this one that is vertical with a lot of quick access to Camtasia tools. We have media for media, library to organize our content in libraries, favorite to set some tools and instruments as favorite, so we have quick access so we don't have to navigate them around. We have transitions, animation, cursor effects. We have a module in voice narration to record our voice onto the video. We have visual effects and also captions. All these tools, we're going to get to know how to modify the interface, but I want you to know that we have all these instruments in here. So we have this module that we have with the main tools that we're going to organize. We can click it to close, and click it again is going to be opened. Any one of these tools can be opened or closed or minimized. For example, when we put the cursor, we see that arrow. Here you can see that we can drag and maximize or minimize the panel. We can see it as a toolbar or a toolbar with the labels of the tools. Clicking on a button, we have some subsets of instruments, and inside there are more tools to use. So we have the vertical toolbars with all the instruments, and to the right of this vertical bar, we have the canvas. Is like the paper we're going to put all the media we're going to use. It's a space where we can put videos and other materials. We can paste our videos, our audios, our images. We can place all of them onto the canvas. We can edit it from here, and we can select an object, rotate, scale it. We have different instruments to navigate into the canvas. So this part from here is the preview of our video, of our production. Everything that you're going to see here in the canvas are going to be shown in the final video. So this is the canvas. This would be another module of Camtasia. These are the main tools. This is the canvas. And the third module, the third most important, is the timeline. You can see that we can drag it up and down to maximize it or minimize it. And the same, we can do it on the vertical toolbar as we saw before, and we can maximize it. There is a limit, but we can go till here and then downwards. So the timeline, as we record new stuff that is happening on the screen, or as we import videos or images, more contents, as we put all those contents according to the time where this media is placed, when we click play, when we arrive at that image, for example, at 30 seconds, at the 30 second, we're going to see the image. If we put the video at the beginning, we're going to see the video right away, and we're going to have a preview on the canvas of our video on the timeline. So the timeline is going to allow us to sequence all the media that we're going to drag onto the timeline, and we can place it at the right moment when we decide at what moment we want them to be seen and in what way. So we can, for example, put it at the 30th second, and we can say, okay, we only want half of the canvas or a quarter of the canvas, and we can combine our work between the canvas and the timeline. And we have some other module. There is the property module. All the media that we're going to work with and are going to be placed into production when we drag it onto the timeline and is inside the production, all these media are going to have properties. For example, let's import a video. I'm going to bring this lesson, for example, is the previous lesson, the last that I recorded. And when I drag it onto the timeline, you can see on the right all the properties. This panel is dynamic because it depends on the media that we have selected. We can put a rotation, for example. We can drag out this text. If we don't select anything, the panel property is empty. If we select the video, we have the video's property. And if we select this element properties are shown. So it is a dynamic panel who is going to show different properties from the elements on the media on the timeline. So everything that we see here, we can minimize it or maximize it as we've seen before. So we can gain a little bit of a space for the canvas. We can also close the property panels to close it. We can minimize the timeline in order to have more space on the canvas. If we want this canvas to fit to the maximum dimension, we click on fit, and we have a video space, a canvas space, where we can preview all our work in a bigger screen. So everything is adjustable, everything can be configurable, and as we keep going on, we're going to learn everything that we've seen here. So take a look around, take a look at the organization, and once everything is clear, we can begin learning module by module. So having a foundation from this interface, we're not so scared when we see all these buttons and menus.